Humphreys was driving a taxi when it collided with a train at a level crossing in Blackheath, Cape Town in August 2010. 10 schoolchildren were killed. The Western Cape High Court found Humphreys guilty of murder for blatantly disregarding the law when he zigzagged through the lowered booms. For some reaction to the Supreme Court of Appeal's decision, on the line, NPA spokesperson Eric Ntabazalila. Eric, good afternoon to you. Does the NPA accept the ruling?
Yes, as the NPA, we do accept the ruling of the SCA, and this concludes the criminal proceedings in this matter. But we also welcome the fact that the SCA has clarified the legal test for deciding whether drivers in serious motor vehicle accidents are guilty of intentional murder or negligent culpable homicide. We also welcome the legal certainty that this matter has brought, which will promote the proper and effective prosecution of vehicle accidents resulting in death in future.
Why was this clarity needed?
Look, there's been, in most cases, it has not been clear whether there was any intention or not. So we believed that there was an intention in his actions. He knew that his actions will lead to the death of these learners. And we did also argue that at the High Court, and we successfully argued it, and he was sentenced on murder to 20 years. But as you know, that they took it up on appeal at the SCA.
All right, so how will this case affect other cases of reckless driving? How do you know when you've made that test for culpable homicide?
It will have an impact because this SCA judgment does give some clarity on whether the guilty part can be charged with intentional murder or culpable homicide. But I think where it's very clear that the driver intended to kill the passengers, that person will be charged with murder.
Any right-thinking, any right-minded person would not have assumed that Jacob Humphreys intentionally wanted to kill those school children in that taxi in August 2010. Given that, why was he charged with murder?
We strongly believe that his actions, he knew that his actions will lead to the death of those children. We strongly believed, and we argued that strongly at the High Court, and we succeeded. But unfortunately, the SCA did not agree with that, agree with us on that.
All right, so Eric, what you're basically saying is in future it's not necessarily a given that all reckless driving cases will be treated as culpable homicide. You could decide still, in certain cases, to bring charges of murder. Only
if it's very, very clear that the person intended to murder or kill those who were passengers in his vehicle. I think that person will be charged with murder.
You must be disappointed, though, that Humphreys will serve only 8 years for the deaths of 10 school children.
Naturally, we are disappointed, but we accept the ruling of the SCA.
I saw in your statement you released a little earlier that you thought that sentence would be a deterrent to other motorists that like to drive recklessly. Do you think 8 years is enough of a deterrent?
Look, 8 years will never be enough to what happened to those learners, to their families, their friends, the community. It will never be enough. Even 100 years, 1,000 years will never be enough because what happened to them is very painful. They lost young people. Children who have all the future before them. It will never be enough. But we also understand the pain that they are going through. But that's the ruling, and we believe that it's a strong sentence for people charged with negligence.
Eric
Ntabazalila. And we hope that it will serve as a deterrent.
Eric, thank you there from the NPA reacting to the decision by the Supreme Court of Appeal to overturn the murder conviction of Cape Town taxi driver Jacob Humphreys.